So, for those that are not as enthusiastic about Disney's direction with Star Wars, do you feel like the fan films are a way to kind of recapture the old magic that, you know, some of us kind of feel is a bit lost?
Hey guys, the new hat is released. It's taken months for this, and there's a lightsaber giveaway with it. So the first 100 to purchase a hat, the link is in the description, will be entered to win a Force FX lightsaber of your choice. All you have to do is tag me on Instagram or send me a picture with yourself once the hat arrives. Good luck.
We would be honored if you would join us.
How y'all doing? Thanks everyone for coming. We're gonna have like a little Q&A after the film. So who here has seen it already? Oh, so some of you haven't. Okay, well I hope you guys are gonna enjoy it. And let's just start it, and we'll get to the Q&A after. So you guys like it? So I really want to make episode 2, if you guys didn't know already. Who is a subscriber on the channel? So some of you, okay. So a lot of you should be subscribed by the end of this, hopefully. You can find me on YouTube, Star Wars Theory. If anyone has any questions, there are mics over here, and I guess we can like have a line. And yeah, we can get on with some Q&As. Yeah, go ahead, man.
What was your budget for the first movie, and what's your budget for the second one?
The budget for the first movie was actually, it was supposed to be $30,000, and then it by the end of it, it was $164,000. The second one, we're gonna try to do a lot more with that, so it's gonna be about $250,000 minimum. Yeah, just so we thought it would be like, oh, you know, not maybe another 150 or something like that, but no, we really want to go above and beyond on that one. And yeah, I don't know if you've seen some of the concept arts, but there's about 10 different Jedi that are going to be circling Vader and fighting him, and yeah, it's going to be a lot more intense.
Where are you getting money from? Are you kickstarting, or do you subscribe?
No, so the agreement I have with Lucasfilm is that I can't kickstart, I can't do a crowdfunder or anything. So the first one I paid for myself out of pocket, and the second one I'd like to get a sponsor. I'd like someone, you know, some big company to come and, you know, be like, hey, you know, here's our company, and have it at the start of the film, and that's it. And they give us the money and we make the movie. That'd be the goal.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
A couple of questions. The first one, practical set building. How much did you do that was...
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Sorry. How much was practical set and how much was green screen?
It was about, I'd say, 80%, 90% practical set. Except for the chamber scene, that was all green screen. That was like, I was just standing like in front of a green screen, that was it. We had some lights and that was all.
It was great, the tracking on that was perfect.
Yeah, yeah. And then the hole in the ground, that was actually, we put a green screen on the ground there, and then we had Vader on a different shot behind another green screen, and we had him just standing with his lightsaber. So we got to shoot it from down. Yeah, so it was like it was a little easier there like that.
And I guess the other one, and just to get into more of the writing, did you watch the Rebels episode where it's Ahsoka and Vader, and the writing in that, where it almost seems like Vader has a split personality?
Yep.
So did that influence the writing on that, where it feels like one personality?
It didn't so much influence the writing, but you can definitely see the parallels there for sure. You're going to see a scene like that in the second one. Yeah. Yeah, no worries, man. Hey, man.
Hey, well, how did you like decide the location, like where that cathedral, like the place in Naboo?
So the cathedral was a place in Pasadena, I believe, and our producer found that one. Oh. So yeah, that was just like got lucky, like it just looked real, and then we changed the lighting around and made it look like nighttime pretty much. So go ahead. Yeah.
Can you explain like how, like, what being a fan of Star Wars, how like you came to like the ideal to the Vader film, like how you came to that?
So what your question is how I
like how did like inspiration and then got into action kind of stuff? Like,
well, I always wanted to make a Vader fan film. it just came to the point of, is my channel big enough? And then once it reached over 1 million, then I was like, okay, well, I think, maybe it's time to do this. And the director reached out to me, and I was like, okay, sure, let's give it a shot. And it kind of just went from there. And now it's, so.
Right, thank you.
No problem, thanks. Hey, man.
Hey. So, for those that are not as enthusiastic about Disney's direction with Star Wars, do you feel like the fan films are a way to kind of recapture the old magic that, some of us kind of feel is a bit lost?
Oh no, I'm not brave enough for politics.
Yeah, I know there's a big divergence, with Star Wars and right now. A lot of people don't like what they're doing. A lot of people do like what they're doing. At the end of the day, it's Star Wars. I feel like the fan films offer more flexibility to kind of do what you want. And with every creator, you get to do something different. So if someone really likes the sequels and what Disney's doing, they can spin off on that and do whatever they want. If someone like me likes, George Lucas's style of Star Wars, then, you get that. Yeah. So I think so. Yeah.
Would you ever because Ahsoka Tano was Anakin's apprentice, would you ever put her in it?
Yeah, so we have ideas to put her in the second episode as either a flashback or something, but we would like to incorporate her in there somewhere. We just got to figure out how and if it actually fits the story. But that's definitely something that would be really cool to put in there, and we really want to incorporate Qui-Gon as well.
Hi. How long did it take for episode 1 before you were dreaming about doing it, from start to finish? How long did that take for episode 1?
Well, I kind of wanted to do this since I was about 6 or 7 years old. But I would say we started talks in January of 2017, and then released it, December of, this.
Okay, and how far are you along on episode 2?
Sorry, January of 2018. How far are we?
So episode 1's about a year kind of thing, I guess, eh?
Yeah, it took us about, I'd say just about a year.
And how far are you along on episode 2?
Not very far. We're waiting for the budget. That's the first thing. But the story is pretty much ready.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, thanks, man. Hey, how's it going?
Good. Just want to tell you about the movie. I've watched it a bunch of times already.
Glad you liked it.
So it seems like Samuel Jackson's been talking a lot about wanting to do anything he can to be Mace Windu again.
Yeah.
Has he seen the film, or have you been able to contact him?
I don't know if he's seen the film. The guy who, Elliot Branch, looks a lot like him. He's done some films with him. I haven't heard. I don't know. Under contract, I don't think they're allowed to even be part of it. So, unfortunately. But that'd be cool if he did. I'm sure he saw. I know a lot of big names from Lucasfilm have seen it, but I don't think they're allowed to really comment on it or anything. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Hey, man.
I was just wondering how many more of these are. How many more of these do you think you're going to do? Is 2 it? Or?
4 is the plan, yeah. I'd like to do 4. Yeah, 4 in total. Depending on the budget, I think we could probably finish it at around maybe 3 if we really try to cram stuff in there. But to tell the whole story, I think 4 would be a nice amount. Yeah. If we have like an unlimited budget kind of thing. Yeah. Hey, man.
So I'd just like to know why you chose Vader instead of like Obi-Wan.
Why I chose Vader instead of Obi-Wan?
Or like any other character.
Because I feel like Vader is so misunderstood. Like we only have Vader as this like big bad guy, and I feel like it's just there's a lot more depth to him. Obi-Wan, we kind of know him. He's a cool character, but there's just so much more behind Vader. And one of the actual tough things that we had to do, and the director did a really good job of this, was with Vader, since he's wearing a mask, you can't see his emotions at all. So you have to, if he's sad, you have to shoot him at a different angle, and I feel like we captured that really well, it was kind of difficult because he's in a mask. Also, the hug scene was really, really awkward to do, and you're like, Vader doesn't hug people. But then, once it turned into, Sidious, then you're like, oh, okay, I get it. It's a dream. It's weird. Yeah.
I have one more.
So, how long is the next one going to be?
How long?
Yeah.
Depends on the money.
That's on the money.
Yeah. So let's say we get the full. Let's say, 300 grand American. I'd say it's probably going to be half an hour, 20 minutes. Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, man. Thanks for watching.
By the way, did you have like any cooperation with like the 501st League or any other Star Wars fan groups at all?
No.
Also,
Yeah, they're not allowed to actually apparently be involved with anything that's not Disney or Lucasfilm. From what I heard, I could be wrong, but yeah, we had some cosplayers from the 501st that came out, but they weren't acting as the 501st, I don't believe. So yeah.
and I believe that was like Commander Fox at the end of the film.
Yeah.
So Vader said the 501st, but if Commander Fox is there, does that mean some of the Coruscant Guard is there? By any chance?
Yeah, so they're all going to be going there. In the next one, we're going to see the 501st though. So if you heard, Fox, leaves and he's like, "Make way for the boys in blue." So yeah, they're going to be in there.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, man. I like your tie. Shiny.
Thank you. Question about how you did all the lightsaber work and stuff like that. Did you find people who were trained with lightsabers or with sword combat, or how did you get all that done?
Okay. Well, first of all, you mean just like the lightsaber being thrown, kind of? Okay, well, Dupree, who played the guy in the suit, Vader in the suit, he's played Vader for about 8 or 9 years. He studied his character very well, and he actually does I don't know if you've seen lightsaber training. There's like a league. It's awesome. A whole bunch of nerds get together with like fake lightsabers and we just like fight each other. But you actually train in the different styles, and so he does that, and so he learned it. And we had to have him use his left hand just because of the way the set was built. So also we can say it's a dream sequence tool. But that was his training. In the next one, we're gonna have to have actual professionals because we don't want it to just be like people wielding a lightsaber around. We want actual crazy stunts, and their pillars gonna be falling down. People are gonna be doing backflips off walls, and they're gonna have to know some real martial arts. Hi.
Hi there. Cool. Hi. First of all, kudos on the Wilhelm scream at the end there.
Yeah, well, I have to have that.
Can't go wrong with that. With the whole issue with Disney's music portion, is that at this point now, despite Lucasfilm coming in and like helping you out, saving your movie essentially, are they going to allow you to maybe use a bit more of the same snippet in the next Vader scene?
Well, it all depends on them. I mean, at any moment they could just come and say, "Hey, this is ours. We're taking it." And it was nice of them to retract the claim. From what I understand, the claim itself said Disney, and I'm sure Disney is in charge of everyone. But at the end of the day, it was Warner Chappell, and they're notorious for claiming so many YouTubers. I have a friend actually, Dash Star, and they claimed his entire channel. The entire channel, because he used like some little music from 1980 or something like that, from an old game that's not even in being published anymore. Whole channel gone, his whole career, everything, just like that. So at the end of the day, it's not for money. It was never like I can't run ads on it anyways. So if they take it in the next one, so be it.
So have they sort of warned you, like for the next movie then, like?
No, not at all. The agreement I had with Lucasfilm was they said, you can't make money from it, you can't pull money from it, you can't crowdfund from it either, and that's it. So if I use their themes, then, at the end of the day, it's for the fans. That's all I care about.
So could you maybe even ask them for some sort of licensing rights, at least for the use?
Well, I just hope it would turn out like it did with this one. They would have Warner Chappell remove the claim, and that would be it. Or Disney or whoever is in charge of it there. Yeah. Yeah, man. I don't think that one works. I'm not sure if that one works. Do you wanna try this one? Yeah. Nice suit, by the way. Yeah.
I've been watching your videos for a couple years.
Can you talk more?
I've been watching your videos for a couple years now.
Yeah.
I really like what you do.
Thanks.
I was just wondering, how much money went into Vader Fan-Film?
How much money went into this one?
Yes.
It was 160 grand, just about, a little over. Yeah.
And I have one other question.
Yeah.
Is there any particular release date for episode 2?
If we get the funds by next week, then we can crank it out by December.
Perfect.
Otherwise, if I pay for it myself, then we're looking at, I would like, and this is the first time I'm kind of announcing it, I would like May the 4th, 2020. I think that would be a good date.
All right.
But we'll see. Yeah, thanks for watching, man. Who here has seen Billy D. Williams already? I heard he's here. You saw him? Is he here right now? No? I haven't seen him yet. I gotta see him. That's like a must. This deal's getting worse all the time. Any more questions from anyone? Oh, there we go.
Hi.
Hey, man.
Hi, I enjoyed the it's great. Do you have any ambitions to do like a fan film, perhaps in another franchise, Star Wars?
Like Marvel or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I've daydreamed about a lot of different ideas, but I really want to finish this story first. I think there's so much to tell. I think with Mace, there's a lot more to tell, even with his character.
Sure.
As for other worlds, I think Harry Potter would be cool. Yeah, that'd be sweet. Right? Yeah, like a Voldemort backstory. I saw some like fan trailer, something like that someone made. I think that would be really sweet.
Darker characters.
Yeah, I'm really into the dark, because like we only see the heroes, right? And I'm tired of it. Like I just want to see, like, I liked Infinity War. Like it was like Thanos kind of wins and takes over, and I want to see that. And you know, with this, like Vader, I want to see more into his character. I'm tired of the good guys always winning. And I just, you know, yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Timeline for this first one was in between 3 and 4, right? Or is it 3 and 4?
Timeline for this one, yeah, this one's 8 months after Revenge of the Sith.
Okay. So for all the ones in the future, is it going to stay in that time frame? Or
It picks up like, yeah, you won't even see a difference. It'll be like maybe like 30 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no difference at all. Yeah. So I want to ask you guys something. Is now that we have a small group here, what are you looking forward to the most in episode 2, or what do you want to see the most in a Star Wars fan film? Because at the end of the day, it's like this is something that I think I really want to take a lot from the fans and like what you guys have inputs on. It's not just what I say goes. I think if I could make something that everyone kind of resonates with, then that'll be a lot more fun. What's that? Motivation? What's my Vader's motivation? No, it's to get. He kind of wants to find himself, and it's to get Padme back. So at this point, he's still very much fresh in the world of, you know, turning into this evil being and being in this suit. So he doesn't really understand things, and he's like, he has this old wrinkly master, and he's just like, my life sucks. You know, I have no arms, no legs. And he keeps hearing his wife. And so at the end there, where you hear Padme's voice, we're actually going to explain, is it really her, or is it... Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so there's a lot of things we're going to open up with on that. What's that? Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. Well, the point of this one with the whole story is basically we're supposed to see the evolution of his character, and at the end you kind of understand who he turns into. and how he becomes that. Because we've all seen Vader, you know, in Rogue One and Empire Strikes Back. He's evil. He's pure evil. But there's this transitionary period in there. How does he get to that? And this is kind of the story that's telling that, you know, with everyone, all, you know, Mace and all those guys. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Just, hey, just curious, in Tatooine when his mom's dying in his arms,
Yeah.
that time from there and going back to, you know, to see the rest of the people around him and explain what he just had to experience and that rage and what was going through him. Are you guys going to touch a little bit into that too? Like,
That was my favorite scene in all of Star Wars. Yeah.
it's deep.
It is.
It's
Yeah.
deep. When he's heading out there and you can see the rage, you know, you can see his eyes. And for me, that was a time where his character was going from Anakin and is quickly shifting over.
That was, yeah. And I almost feel like any one of us would kind of do the same thing. I mean, like, mom gets killed by a bunch of weird sand people. Yeah.
Well, it was radical, right? Because he took all those lives real quick.
Yeah.
His vengeance started to eat at him. It was already there, and it sort of popped up.
Did you ever read the book?
No, I didn't read the book.
Dude, in the book, it was insane. Like, I wish they would have shown that in the film. Because he took boulders and he, like, hucked them at, like, little kids, like little sand people kids, and like crushed them and just sliced everyone up, and it was really brutal in the book.
When he fesses that up to Padme, and he says how he did that, there was even children, that's what he's referring to.
Yeah.
It's like he's confronting it with her.
Yeah.
Like they're having that personal thing, and she's looking at it going, I'm not into it for this. Like you're turning on me. That's a major shift.
Well, and I feel like that's Anakin's arc always. Like, he always does really bad crap, but he does it in the name of good. Like, he thinks like, oh, like, you know, I brought peace and justice to my empire, but, you know, I had to do this stuff in order to get there. You know, I've done all this to protect.
And it cuts out there because my SD card got full. But basically what I was saying, and to end this video for you guys, Anakin pretty much thinks that what he does is for the greater good. And that's been his problem throughout all the films. You know, he says, I did this to protect you. I did it to save you. Or, you know, I killed these kids to bring peace and justice to the galaxy. Or I killed the Jedi and turned on the Jedi to bring peace and justice to everyone. He kind of has an idea of doing something for the greater good, but in actuality, he's just, you know, a monster. And eventually he realizes it and comes to terms with who he is. And then we see his redemption in Return of the Jedi and so on and so forth. There were a few more questions that weren't recorded due to the SD card being full, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was my first actual Fan Expo panel kind of thing where I was just talking by myself. Usually I have, you know, the director Danny or a couple of the actors or someone with me. So it was cool. It was a smaller group. This was in my home city of Vancouver in Canada, and I have another one that I'm going to be doing in Pasadena at the Film Festival in California just in the next 2 weeks. So if anyone's coming out there to Pasadena, I look forward to seeing you all. Until the next time, until the next video, I love you all. Thank you so much for your support, and I will see you in the next episode. Until then, remember,
The Force will be with you always.
Fulfill